Hi everyone. So in this video, we will be talking about TCS NQT results 2026. Also, now on this channel, you will be getting multiple interview experience related to TCS NQT 2026. First of all, congratulations to all who got selected. Many of our students also got selected who purchased our mock test course. Okay, so this is basically on-campus TCS NQT hiring for which many candidates got the list from the college, and they have mentioned that the TCS NQT interviews will be starting soon and they got their name in the selection list. I hear that from 26th of December the interviews are starting, but in most of the colleges the interviews are in the month of January. If you still have not received the result from your college, definitely you will be getting it soon because many students got the result for TCS NQT. If you have given your exam in the month of November, there are high chances that maybe you will be getting your result within 15 days now. Okay, let's discuss about this. So basically there are total three positions for which students got the mail. One position is TCS Ninja, second one is TCS Digital, and third one is TCS Prime. We need to understand the interview pattern between these. Okay, what they can ask, what kind of things will be there. So first of all, to understand these things, let's talk about the package first. It is something around 3.5, it is something around 6 to 7, and it is something around 9 to 11. Okay, now the basic difference is the expectations. For TCS Ninja profile, they don't have much expectations, but yes, you should be good at the basics, so at least you will learn the things in the training and then you can move ahead with it. Digital, the expectation is with the basic things at least you have some additional skills. For Prime there is a need that you should have uh, some good knowledge at least in one advanced technology. Okay, I will discuss about this definitely in detail. So let's discuss about this. First of all, there are some things related to interview for common for all the profiles. The first thing is, let me discuss the things. The first thing is one programming. Okay, so at least one programming language you should know. Okay, any programming language which you are listing in CV, at least theory plus the coding examples. Okay, coding examples and theory. This much is the basic need which you should know for all the three profiles. Second thing is OOPS. OOPS is basically your object oriented programming. So this is also in the list that many times actually TCS asks the questions from OOPS. So with the language you should have command one object oriented programming plus the examples and the coding templates of object oriented programming. That means you should know the real world examples, how to write the code for the particular definition, like that. Okay, so these are the two basic things, okay, which you should know. Third thing, which is very common, is your projects. Okay, now this is the difference. So for TCS Ninja, if suppose they are asking about your project, maybe they will not go in much detail in projects. Okay, for TCS digital and TCS Prime, whatever the tech stack you have mentioned, they can ask you like deep questions from the tech stack. They can ask you deep questions. For an example, last year many candidates mentioned the machine learning projects. Okay, now from the machine learning projects, TCS asked some deep level questions. For an example, suppose one candidate have done the project in KNN. Okay, now they asked like why you have used KNN. Okay, why you did not use any other algorithm. Please compare both the algorithms. Okay, also KNN, how you are deciding the value of K, something like that. So they can go little bit deep in the tech stack whatever you are mentioning if it is digital and Prime. Okay, because they want to judge you on technology depth basis on these two profiles. Okay, so make sure you are preparing your project in detail. Now to understand the things better way, I'll just also provide you the interview notes link in the description. See, projects are unique for each and everyone. Apart from that, every common topic notes you will be getting. There's a crash book which is containing a very urgent interview preparation, only 92 pages, containing all the important questions. Apart from this, you will be getting the separate notes for OOPS, programming, STL collection framework, HR questions, very important for TCS, and DSA theory, project based questions, CS fundamentals, SQL queries, computer science basic fundamentals, coding sheets, pseudo codes, and candidate interview experience sheet. All this you will be getting in interview notes. So link will be in the description, so you can purchase the interview notes, okay, if you want, and you can use them to prepare for any company. Most of the things are covered here in detail. Okay, so link will be in the description. Okay. So project, please make sure you are preparing in good depth. Apart from this, SQL is important because sometimes they do ask question from DBMS and SQL. So theory plus basic queries you should know how to write. Okay. So queries and theory, these two things you need to prepare for SQL and DBMS. Okay. Apart from this, this is the basic things of technical. Last year, what they have did is a basic idea of CS fundamentals for digital and prime is a good thing. Okay. Suppose you have not mentioned anywhere that you know about clouds, or you have not mentioned that you know about SDLC process, or you have not mentioned you know about any new technology. Okay. For example, AI, but some kind of knowledge and general knowledge they can ask you from this. Okay, for example, related to SDLC, they can ask you general questions on this. For cloud, they can ask you some general question, not in depth, but the expectation is you should have a slight idea about the technologies, like how these technologies work and the basic concepts around these technologies. Okay. Apart from this, for TCS Prime majorly, they may ask the coding question as well. Sometimes they ask the coding question. Also, it depends what is your shift, because generally for the morning shifts, the interviews are long. For the evening shifts, even the interview can be sum up in only 10 minutes. So it totally depends, like what kind of shift you are getting, because this is the factor which I want to tell you, because it totally depends, like whenever you are getting your interview. Okay, so for prime basically, so sometimes they ask the questions from DSA also. So a little bit idea of DSA, not too depth, but a little bit idea about DSA you should have, like you have already solved two coding questions, so expectation is that you should have the basic idea about DSA. Okay, and data structures and algorithm, they will not ask much detailed questions, lead code medium level or something, but a overview of data structures and algorithms, like you should know the basic questions about linked list, stack, queues, okay, basic graph, okay, recursion, these things. This is the expectation. Apart from this, a general discussion, general knowledge about the latest technologies, tech stack, this is important to know. Okay, technologies and tech stack, this is important to know. Okay, and apart from this, HR and behavior question, very important for TCS, like one of the most important part. They do ask the situational question, HR question, behavior question a lot. So make sure you are well prepared for the HR and behavior question. Also, whatever you have mentioned in your CV, that is very important. If any additional thing like certification or research work or internship, whatever you have mentioned, they can ask you the cross questions around it. So many interview experience soon I will be posting on the channel, which you will be getting soon. Also, the link of the interview notes will be in the description, which you can check out. Thank you so much for watching this video.